Hey guys, I have an update for you. I'm going to just take you outside and show you what I've been working on and show you how pretty everything looks. Come on, Ruby. Come on. Front porch. There's a little garden flower right there. Little Ina. And I just wanted to show you these, how pretty these are. Last time I did an update, a lot of this stuff wasn't flowering yet, so this is my bleeding heart. She is a cutie. Everything is just starting to come out and really pretty. Honeysuckle, I think that is. Got furniture over here that I'm going to paint today for the store. And there's my white bleeding heart. And cute, my little violas are. How cute you are! This one's my favorite. Cutie. Yesterday I spotted a couple of Baltimore Orioles in my yard, and they were trying to, I think they're making nests right now. Today's May 23rd, or 24th, I can't remember. So I did a little research and I put some oranges out here. They like the color orange. And then I had this little bird feeder and I put grape jelly in there. I haven't seen any action, so they haven't found it yet. But I just sort of put them all over in this tree. I don't know where their nest is. I know their nests like hang down instead of a regular nest, but I just want to attract them because they're so pretty. And I think their numbers are climbing because they were, I don't know if they were endangered or if they were on the list of being, their numbers were low. And I had never seen them in my yard before this year, so it's kind of exciting. This is our little beach area. I call it my private beach. We had a pool here when we moved in, and last spring we tore the pool down. It was an above-ground pool, and I've never regretted it. We never used the pool. It just cost money and chemicals, and so now I have a sandy beach. And I'll later in the we have a little fire pit there. Later in the year, I'll have all my flowers planted, and I have. I did like a Moroccan theme last year, and I had all sorts of like turquoise and orange, and it was really pretty. And I have lanterns that go out here and some lights, and it's super pretty. Over here I've been working on, I'll show you what I planted from seed. Hi Charlotte. Here is some of the things that I planted. This is Status. That's an annual flower that is an everlasting, it's a dried flower. That right there is calendula, and that you can use for medicine or creams and stuff that I make. And it's an edible flower. There's some borage. It's an herb. Really, really pretty blue flowers. All of this is Sweetie Annie. These all right here are safflower. And more over there. And then that just coming up, just popping up a little bit is Purple Majesty Millet. And that's another dried flower that I have. These are just some starter zucchini, usually I just stick the seeds in the ground, but I wanted some started early, so I did that. This morning I did a couple cuttings, and I've got to get this out of the sun, but this is lavender cuttings that I did this morning, and I just keep it in the shade because it really it needs to be in the shade for at least a month, probably 2 months. And I have my nasturtiums, some tomatoes back there, and more safflower. And then I've got I picked up this pineapple mint because I didn't have that already in my garden. I thought that was pretty. So, show you the lavender plants that I took cuttings from because they don't last forever. And so sometimes they get woody and they don't, this one is pretty big. This one will flower this year. But see all those stems? They get kind of ugly. But they're still good. This one is that dark purple lavender. I think it's either Munstead or Hidcoat. I can't remember which one it is, but I planted it so many years ago that I can't remember. And I haven't planted all my pots yet, but this one, I've got a mullein right here. Ooh! Look, there's a little toad. Hi, little toadie. You see him? Oh, that's a good sign. I was worried this morning because I haven't been seeing a lot of bees. This is mustard that I just stuck in here. It's that Japanese purple mustard. I love that stuff. Oh, one of my pots knocked over. This is hydrangea. There's my lemon balm, but I want to show you this. I'm so thrilled about my grapes. I grow concord grapes because they're my favorite. My favorite thing about fall is smelling the grapes. My mom lives in Fredonia, and there's the Welch's grapes are there. And when you drive through, the smell is just about October. The smell is just all concord grapes. It's awesome. But I want to show you. Actually, I'll stand back. See, I have these 2 straw bales right here, just in this area. And I'm going to stand back because there's no straw bales on that one, and no straw bales on that one. Look at that dinky little thing. Of course, it doesn't have a high trellis. But look at the difference in the abundance of this one, because it's got those 2 straw bales there, and they've been there since last May, so a year they've been there. I just left them there for winter, and it's I think it's just composting, and the worms are eating it, turning it into compost, and it's fertilizing the grapes. And look at that. I don't spray these, I don't fertilize them, nothing. But look at all the grapes I'm going to have on here. Last year I had so many grapes, I made wine, jugs and jugs and jugs of wine. And then I was eating them every day for breakfast. I would just come out here with my coffee. And I ended up having so many that I couldn't eat them all. It was great. And grapes, I don't think you need pollen. Obviously, you don't need a pollinator for these because they just grow. But this morning I was worried because there's all these wild, some of the wild shrubs that are out here. I'm not seeing any bees. I have wild mustard, which they love, the yellow wild mustard, and I'm not seeing any bees on them. And I get worried every year, and then they finally show up, but it just kind of scares me a little bit, because I haven't seen any. I've seen just a couple. Like, I've seen those teeny tiny bees, I don't know what they're called. I've seen maybe one or two of those. But, like, look at this honeysuckle over here. This should be swarming with bees. And it's quiet. Oh, there's those little ones. There's the little teeny bees. I just am not seeing them. I wonder if you guys are having any issues. I have great habitat for them here, but I do have orchards all around me that are always spraying. Ooh, I think I see one. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. I did see one over there, I think. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Okay. I do this every year. I get really worried about my bees. And I have the apple tree over here that I was worried about because I hadn't seen any pollinators on the blossoms so the blossoms disappeared, and the apples are starting to swell, so I think they've gotten pollinated, but I must have missed them. This is my apple tree. I only pruned one side of it this year. Last year I pruned it back so bad because I hadn't done it in years. I pruned it back way too much. So see how that little apple's starting to form there? Somehow it got pollinated, and I've seen birds on here. So some of the birds pollinated. So somebody must have been doing it. They did it while I was not watching. The little stinkers. But I worry about it every year. So I'm glad I saw that one. Maybe it just wasn't warm enough. So, take you back here, because I did the video back here last time. Beginning of the food forest. The elderberries are starting to flower. I planted a currant bush that I got at my mother's house, and it looks really sad right now. And there's little birds in my little birdhouse that I just put out.